the FFE. It's the FFE. It's the FFE. It's the FFE.
Which sex do you think is more supportive to one another, men or women? Who's more supportive?
It's a good question, but I think it's a variable on situation.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a variable
And
on
background, how you're brought up.
The context.
Yeah.
Yeah, to what's going on at that particular point.
Yeah.
You understand?
Is it about survival? Is it about...
Yeah, that's right.
Is it a friendship? We talk about friendship settings.
Relationship settings. There's very different variables.
To who will group together.
At that time.
And who will...
Yeah, that's right.
Totally agree. How do you feel about that?
This is true, but I do feel like I feel like the man there will support you even when you're in the mud. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. To the point where it's like they know you're wrong, but they have to save face because you're my brethren.
Yeah.
I can't slaughter you and sacrifice you in front of everybody else. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to back you.
Yeah.
So I feel like it could be like that for the ladies as well, but I feel like they'll do it up to a certain level and then something a little catty. They might use that to say a little catty thing that's always been in the back of their mind to say, and then it turns into a next thing.
It's a good point, you know
what
you just said, because I think first answer, quick. If you think of it quick, you might say women are more supportive of women.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you really scratch it and deep it, it's probably men are probably more supportive of men, you know.
100%.
Women, they got that bitchiness and cattiness, and it's like they're more, in a way, and it's a judgment and a generalization, but kind of a bit more, I don't want to say fake, but it's kind of a bit fake with each other.
100%.
They're not,
100%.
They're going but it's not necessarily like that, you understand? Where men... Yeah,
you see all the time 100. How quickly the drop-off is. Like, myself and Morgs, how long have I known you, bro? A minimum 15 years. Yeah. Minimum.
Yeah.
Now, if Morgs does something wild, I have to speak to him directly first.
Yep.
Despite all the noise that's going on online, because we're in that era now, I need to speak to Morgs first. Ring, you're Morgs.
Yes.
What's going on?
Respect.
Then he'll tell me, yo, Frex, it's this, and this. So I'm like, hold on. So it's not that, and that online. No. It's this, and this. All right, cool. If I find out it really is that's online.
Right. I know what you're doing.
Segue done.
I know what you're doing.
Like, depending on the scale of what it is, obviously. But if it's something a little minor, like, oh yeah, you got caught, I don't know, getting shines in the bathroom somewhere when you're with someone that we know is a mutual connection, right?
Yep.
Cool. I'll have to let you work it out yourself like I messed up. But I'm not going to drop you because I've known you for at least 15 plus years. I can't just drop you like that. Your friends are a reflection of yourself. Whoever you surround yourself with, that's some part of them is a reflection of who you are. You can't just drop them like that. But I just feel like on the other side, if something happens, they're just quick to wash their hands of their brethren just like that. Despite all, for example, if Brandy's partner messed up and slept with the friend, Monica, because the boy is hers, right? But Brandy and Monica have been friends for like 20 years. We're not condoning what Donnie did. At the same time, Monica is wrong because she allowed him to convince her to get into bed.
Yep.
But at the same time, the overall broader scale picture is you've known Monica for 20 years.
Talk about it.
Monica's probably seen you at your lowest of lows and your highest of highs. You can't just drop her like that. What you saying?
It's true.
Dick is more important than your friendship.
But again, that's another, when you look at it like that, and
it's techie.
It's a way of the world nowadays.
These
days, everyone's quick to drop off the foundation, that love and that respect. And
it's different.
It's different nowadays. People are quick to just forget that and just jump onto their next thing. It's all very quick out there right now. The fast food is the fast food thing.
It's a fast food thing.
That's why we're here.
And this is the thing. And this is why when at the beginning of the conversation, and Bush mentioned it, it depends on the situation. So, for example, we're talking about survival. Have you seen the Bear Grylls survival situation
yeah.
where the men were against the women.
Oh, see, now I ain't seen that.
Right. So
Yeah, that
what
was
happened was
interesting.
they flung men and women on an island, separated them, and said, "You got to survive now. You got to lick down animals, build your huts, catch, build your fire, live." What ended up happening was the women couldn't get along and they couldn't talk and no one wanted to be general. Everyone wanted to be general. Everybody wanted to be
wanted to
number
be a
one.
soldier.
And their thing ended up popping down. Where the man then was like, all right, cool.
know
You're
who
on
the
fire
children-
duty.
yeah.
You're on licking down animals, carving them up, serving up the man them.
of course.
You're on making this, you're on making that.
yeah.
So what happened was now the girls are looking over at the man them's thing and going, raw.
Them man are surviving.
We're cold, bro. Like we ain't got no bed. We got no. Our fire keeps on going out.
pride
And the
kept
man
them
them
warm.
got storage and everything over there. So in that situation, so you gotta check that out. You gotta check it out because the man them. And this is why,
together.
this is why when we talk about survival, it's a different. We're talking about different situations, and you know, men, we're survivors in general.
That's natural, yes.
It's
that's
a natural thing for us to get together and go, bro. I don't care about playing number two. I don't care about playing number two.
Man,
I'm here to live, bro.
Especially if we're going to a destination and we
that's
get
it.
there.
The general identify themselves.
Yeah.
Naturally, a man will fall into line with this. Is just, but you know what, Bob? It's really, you say that. I never knew that show there, but I'm a natural man, and I just always try and keep my lifestyle to natural things. Anything, I always think, what's the natural of this situation?
Facts.
Is that I keep things very basic and simple. And this is, in a way, what's going on. And this is my theory of what's happening and going wrong with the world. We're not following the natural process, and ultimately, men are men.
Preach.
We're leaders. You understand? Women, it's not a secondary thing or anything like that. But you understand? Women are. We're to look after women and nurture them like that.
That's right.
Nowadays, women are trying to step out and lead and wear the pants. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work
naturally.
that way.
It doesn't actually work like that. And that show there, obviously, proves it. You understand? 'Cause that's the natural thing. It's not
Natural settings.
It's natural. It's back to basics.
Back to base, and it's not. We're not talking about something like we're not trying to compete with women because at the end of the day, women can nurture. That's what we can't compete with that.
But we're not supposed to because women are women. Men are men.
Yeah.
We've got our strengths and our weaknesses. That's why it works together.
100%.
Yes, and compatible. But what is these days? Men are forgetting themselves and not being men. We're not talking up, we're not standing out, we're not leading. You understand? And then women at the same time are trying to lead and trying to overpower and do. From there come the whole feminist movement and the equality.
Mad.
It's not, the world ain't equal. Men and women are not equal. So that whole thing is a myth.
It's a madness.
And it's just stirred everyone's head. And it's just, you understand? It's all what's going on now. It's spiraling out of control.
100%, bro.
Yeah, it's just that it's almost like they have to bring one down to raise the other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like there's
100%.
nothing wrong with saying there's nothing wrong with independent women. There's never been an issue of independent women. And when Beyonce made it a slang, there was still nothing wrong with independent women. The problem is that society is now trying to program our queens to be like, in order to be classified as 30 independent woman, you have to have no sort of interaction or no need for a man on any sort of level. You're meant to do all the jobs the man's meant to do. This side of the like, no, baby, you don't have to do all that. That's why I'm here.
The natural
do you know what I mean?
standard of things.
But this is the finesse. This is the Drizzy. This is the finesse. Joe, this is the finesse. Bush, this is the finesse. They do the independent woman thing. Beyonce's married. And I'm sure she's dependent on Jay for certain things. And I'm sure he's dependent on her for certain things.
This is what
so it's a myth.
It's exactly, but you know what it is? I remember reading, and this is taking it a next thing, but it's just to show you where these things come from. It's just a setup and a fix. The whole feminist movement, and from what I understand, what I read, they bring that in to make money. That's all it was. Women were at home.
Monetizing.
You understand? Looking after the kids and doing the family thing while men were out working.
Right.
But men were out working, they're paying their taxes. So what these powers that be for, okay, you know what is, let's come with this feminist movement. It was men who started this feminist movement. Let's come with a feminist movement. empower the women, you understand? Now the women feel like now to be equal, they can go out and start working and extra. But for them, when they're going out and working,
Two set of
they're
tax.
now paying tax.
Yeah.
So now everyone's paying tax. So these people are getting double. And then
Stop
off
the
the
game.
back of that, you understand, it was a double win because they started paying tax.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But then the other trick was the women leaving the kids.
Yeah.
So now the kids are getting looked after by the state schools.
Mad.
You understand? So they can control the kids. So now they knew so it was not going to happen straight away, but 50, 60, 100
Yep.
years down the line, they're going to have the
changing.
kids monopolize it because they've got the kids in school for however many hours per day.
Yep.
You understand? Well, now the women want to work, you understand? The men are working. So who's looking after the kids? You understand? And this is where the systems corrupt. But remember, these people who are running the system, they're not really nice people. Again, this is my personal opinion.
Well, we agree
But-
with no, but, bro. This is the real
Yeah.
conversation,
well,
and you're
I-
not saying that, and that we
Yeah, no,
don't.
I just talk- yeah,
No,
man,
and
no,
we
no,
say
no,
about-
yeah,
You're welcome, bro.
Yeah, no, I love Colin, man. I love,
For real.
I bless Colin, man. You know?
I'm saying it's just like
welcome. You get me? That's bro, and that's what I'm saying. It's a mind trick. It's a programming situation, and this is why when I'm asking a question about back to where we're going, where we were, the supporting men who support more men or women. I feel like again we started it there in different certain circles in different settings. I would generalize it. To be fair, I wouldn't. I would just say in certain situations, women kind of get together
and bond,
and do
that's
what
right,
they need to do. But it's more of a natural setting.
Yeah.
So if it's about rallying around the children,
Yeah.
and it's about making the food,
Yeah, of course.
and it's about holding down the.
household. Yeah, cool. But that's again, it's natural thing. You go to christening and them things there. You understand? From the set up to the down, sit down. It's women controlling the thing. Men,
facts.
you understand? They might lift up a box here or there, but by and large, women control that. You understand?
Facts.
They're gonna control them scenarios. Their house, putting the kids away, all those kind of things. And it's just natural instincts. You understand? And
100%.
sometimes we just got to follow the natural instinct. You get me?
I feel you.
Yeah, don't deviate from that.
I feel you, Bush.
Pause.
Yeah, man. Bush is on our levels.
You look up, understand. You're in the dark with the sharks. It's a bloodbath. We got the mics. It's a fight. Had a tough start.